you know.
It was shit.
Yeah, knock us on.
Yeah. Right, it's streaming live now, so there we go. Yeah, hello, Twitchiverse, etc. Hope you're all
Everyone
okay
Twitch?
this evening.
Twitch. Hello, Twitch.
I'll just
Just as a non-LARP related thing, Stuart, you will be very happy to know that in my technological advance and tutelage, I am now using a Amazon Fire Stick.
Yay!
And I have now I've got myself a little box, he said, which is an Android forum, whatever kind of setup.
Yeah.
It does exactly what your phone does, but it's just literally in a box as opposed to a phone. So I've just been setting that up as well.
Right.
Cool.
Wow, marvellous. So we're going to go with the whole idea of actually having all the hard drives up by the top of the lights, little cabinet.
Yeah.
Once the new TV comes, then I've got a sound bar and everything.
Sweet.
That sounds good.
It's looking rather sexy. So now, talk about kind of showing off and everything. I now have the Sony Bravia TV, which we got given in the conservatory, which is huge for the kids.
Yeah.
Then we've got the 55-inch Pure Love system upstairs, and just waiting for the 55-inch TV to come downstairs.
Yeah.
Sweet.
The first one came and it was cracked. Oh my god, broke my heart.
Oh no. I bet
Because there was nothing wrong with the box either, And you sit there and you always go back and you go, oh, it was like that when I got it. And you sat there going, this just sounds so
They're
ropey.
never going to believe me.
They're never going to. And do you know what? They were so calm about it. I'd be sat there going, you did what, you bastard.
Well, mine would be like, oh, it was like that when it came, did it, sir? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Almost as bad and as ropey, because only I can get into myself there. Only as ropey as trying to make an insurance claim for paint which fell off my ladder onto the carpet whilst I was painting.
Yeah, because
you try doing that on an insurance claim, and you sit there and you go, so what we're doing? I was just painting the door frame, and it kind of fell off the step ladder, really. Best you've got.
Yeah. Oh, hang on a minute, sir. Can I just wait while I make this little notch in my desk?
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, we haven't heard that one before. I half expected them to
that's
very
new.
patronizingly go, yeah, well, that's new, yeah. Are you all right?
Yeah, are you fine?
Are you okay? Must have been very traumatic for you.
Did any of the paint get over you? Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. It's all over my leg and on my pants and everything.
I'm just altering my glasses a minute. Rob and I are both having to wear glasses tonight because we're knackered.
I was up until 4 o'clock this morning doing my CFR thing.
Okay.
And they had me running everywhere last night. I was literally I've been doing this for about 4 months now. And every time I've done a night shift, I never get a call. I just never get a call. But I had a nasty feeling about last night, and I was literally running around from 8 o'clock until 4 in the morning. I was dead. Giving people oxygen up their nostrils and their ears. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, we're all knackered then.
Yeah. So if we all fall asleep and I, kind of just nuzzle my head up against the screen for whatever reason, if someone could just, tweet in,
just
quiet,
just call into the show somehow, and
somehow with a number that we haven't got.
Yeah. I'd say, please wake up, Luke.
Please wake up. And maybe in 2 weeks we'll get it.
Just putting the phone into airplane mode so that doesn't kick in.
Airplane mode.
Right, okay. Right, so shall we
No.
Shall we rock?
We rock.
Should we go for this? Thank you for updating the episode number and date, Rob.
Hang on a minute.
Otherwise we'd have been going back in time. Right then, so we've got that. Got this, got that. Let's go for it. 3, 2, 1.
You have reached the life model decoy of Tony Stark. Please leave a message.
Welcome to the LARPBook podcast. This is episode 19, Sunday the 18th of October 2015. I'm Stuart Edwards, and over to my left or right, whichever way it is on the screen, haven't got a clue, there is Luke the Viking Pitt.
Is it me, or are you just very, very poor quality? I don't know.
It's you.
Is it?
No, Stu. You sound like a Cylon.
Oh, excellent. Then, what was the saying? By your command.
Yes,
by your command.
Fine.
And now I want toast.
As long as it all comes out okay, then that's fine.
Okay.
What's this thing about me being a Viking? I have a goatee.
Yeah, I know. Hello.
That's it.
All right then. Okay then. Luke the Steampunk wannabe Pitt.
Who?
Is that better?
That's good.
Probably.
Okay.
If I actually knew what steampunk was,
yeah.
I might show my age now.
Oh, no, but we're going to get a lot of emails.
And of course, Robert, the incredibly long-haired one, Davis.
Rubbing it in about the bloody hair.
Someone's got it, you know.
Nice one, Rob. I hope you go bold.
Did
you all hear that?
Has my audio quality cleared up? I hope so.
Yeah, it has now.
There you go then. See, it's just Skype being Skype. Thank you, Microsoft, for such a quality and premium service. maybe we should switch over to Uvu or something. I don't know.
Oh, come on, I could barely spell Skype. Skype. Oh, God. Let it go. Can you see how confused I am?
Looking like a true larper.
Never going to be able to find... Is it Uvu? Is that what you just... How are you ever going to...
Uvu.
Does that still exist?
Yeah, it does still exist, actually. I was offered it the other day.
Wow.
Right then, in today's show... we're going to pick up where we did last time. We're going to chat about the venue Goblin Combe. Thanks for getting rid of the edit there, Rob. Also, Rob's last weekend crewing after the coughing.
Excuse me, sorry.
The scale of silliness, which I think we've all had a bit of an input into. Plants and flowers with the British steampunk community. There you go, Luke. That'll be one that you can field on there, mate. And
flowers.
And probably more. God knows.
So much more.
Yeah. So much more.
Who's been watching LARPs?
Hello, hands up. Yes, my hand is up in the air. Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is just getting better, isn't it?
It is absolutely fan-tabby-dozy.
That whole plot line with well, I don't want to give away too much, but it's already been aired anyway. So the gorgeous Elizabeth Neal and her plot line. Wow, is she going to be the naughty girl all the way through this?
Well, yes, and I think the other plot line of the other lady that's with her.
Yeah.
I think it's actually fulfilling a fantasy of mine right now. Just to let you know.
That doesn't leave much to kind of to the imagination, so you're going to have to, because there's a lot of stuff that you do imagine. So do you want to clarify which part of it, which animal is involved?
Probably not on air. That's recorded. You know?
Yeah.
Because, it's recorded for prosperity sakes, and probably not a great idea for the court case. So did he really say that, Your Honour? Here it is, Exhibit A.
That's it. It's all in. Take him away.
But then again, of course, when you think about it, if the Prime Minister can get away with it, then, it's quids in, mate. As far as I'm concerned.
I just love the fact that no one in the, like David Cameron, just went on air and went, what the you all on, what are you smoking, you absolute pair of bastards, There was nothing like that. He just sat there and went, none of it's true. I'd be absolutely fuming if someone said I'd had it away with a pig at university.
Yeah.
I mean, I did far worse, probably. I don't remember.
But they've got the picture to prove it.
I did not know there was a picture.
There's a picture as well.
I was going to say holy cow, but that's totally inappropriate.
So David Hammeron, he's
Run.
You know.
Yeah, but no one else has got any, prime minister or a government that actually do pigs. I mean, we are leading, not following, when it comes to strangeness.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we are.
You know what I mean?
We are trendsetters all the way.
Absolutely. We're always pushing it to the limit, and I think that our MPs should really be congratulated for that. I mean,
absolutely.
Jeremy Corbyn gave the Conservatives the biggest gift by getting into power. And because I don't think we're ever going to see Labour again, really. Cameron must be sat there going, I can even do pigs and I come out smelling of roses.
It is. Life is good.
Marvellous.
Well,
what this has to do with LARP, I don't know.
No idea. But however, it is very funny and topical. We like to be topical on this show, and if we can add it,
be topical.
and if we can add an element of comedy into it at the same time, well,
or even LARP.
Or even LARP.
LARP.
Well, who knows? I mean, there is, and probably was, and could be latex involved. So,
God, I certainly hope so. If you've gone that whole hog,
the whole hog. Well. So anyway, Goblin Combe. As I think that's probably why.
Actually, before we go to Goblin Combe, shall we just lay out an invitation? If any MP wants to come out as a LARPer or role player, please go ahead and contact us. We're happy to announce it.
Yeah, just contact us at larpbookshow@gmail.com, and we will be happy to have you on to basically discuss your anything.
Yeah.
Really, if I'm honest.
It's good that we're giving people focus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to do that sort of thing.
Yeah. Just come on anyway, talk about whatever.
Anything you like.
Not
bothered.
Or we could do this. Why don't we have one where people actually come out as LARPers and
that'd be great.
On air admit they are LARPers?
Well, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
We could have the LARP coming out session.
I think so. I think it's time people came out as LARPers now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Definitely.
Show your true colours.
Yeah.
Wear your latex and buttickless chaps with pride. Just me.
Well, yeah.
I love those. They air and they're so comfy. So, Goblin much comb my hair.
I sorry. We just had a question. Just had a question from the Twitch channel.
Oh yeah.
Right.
If you're a president and an assassin, do you assassinate yourself?
Oh, that's a good one. I love that.
That's
because
good,
really,
I like that.
There'd be the urge, wouldn't there? I mean,
it's got to be tempting, yeah.
You'd be sat there, kind of, and you'd be doing a kind of a whole kind of, I don't know, some kind of meeting, and you'd have yourself in crosshairs, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and
that'd be even worse. Imagine you're president and an assassin, and you go to a big summit meeting surrounded by other presidents and prime ministers.
So cool. And you'd be almost like having Tourette's. You'd be twitching all the day when you were trying to go, I can do him. I can have him.
Yeah.
Get my knife, stab him.
All I'd need is one phone bomb and done. See,
let's just hope people don't actually come in right at that point.
Look, we know the NSA sort of kicks into this anyway because of the shit that we talk about on a regular basis. How they haven't flagged us and how the hang on, what's that? No, how the helicopters haven't burst, yeah. Yeah. What's that light through our window?
Do you know, I genuinely think that if the government services are actually listening and they'll sit there and go, they're a bunch of fucking idiots. There's absolutely no way they could pose any kind of problem at all. I'm really not worried.
But however, if you wanted to take out the G8 summit for whatever, all of those leaders, right? You would just basically have to co-opt one of those presidents to plant a bomb. Done.
Or send in a group of LARPers. They'll never see that one coming.
Never see it. You go, look at these bunch of idiots.
Honestly.
What's that? A fake bomb? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Just don't touch the red button. Just give us an hour to get out of the way.
That's right. Yeah. It's all latex, mate. Seriously.
All latex.
All latex.
So anyway, back to what we were talking about.
Goblin much comb my hair.
Whatever the hell that was.
Goblin much comb my hair, yeah.
Yes, So you said that you wanted to preface something beforehand, Robert.
Oh, Oh no, I just wanted to give people a chance to come out as a last
right.
but I
Okay.
haven't done that.
Done that.
No. So Goblin
Done.
Combe. Okay,
Right.
so let's give you a little description of it.
Yep.
Okay, so Goblin Combe has about 130 acres of woodland and field space.
Yes.
Okay. What I liked about it is that it's a residential block with sleeping for 38 people.
Okay.
Okay. All arranged in bunk rooms of from about 2 up to about 8.
Yeah.
But that residential block is separate, and there's also showers and toilets and other things well, basically basic accommodation in there.
Okay.
But separate to that is in a separate building is the main kitchen and the lounge and the dining area.
Yes.
So now that means you can actually have everybody sleeping and who doesn't want to be in game actually relaxing and sleeping in the residential block.
Okay.
But you can now move kitchens and relaxation and open areas into both in and out of game use, which I thought was great.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Because we had some parts of the game of that there, but there was in-game sort of food, and parts where we just had like a temporary break in game. Everybody
Sorry,
just
Rob.
backed in and eat.
You said in-game food. Is that latex food?
No.
I just had this
wax
vision
apples.
of it, you know, kind of. Is it lamb?
No. It was leather, mate. Leather.
This beef's a bit chewy.
Yeah.
In character food. You can actually throw it off people's heads.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna start a food fight.
Yay, boing. Right. So, and that's quite good actually, because one of the problems, isn't it, is with a lot of LARPing is that you have to define in and out.
Yes.
You know, kind of areas, because there is a very fine line, isn't there, with your personal stuff, where really that can't be in game, because that's your, you know, for me, my handbag and my purse and all the personal belongings that you have, that really just nothing to do in game, you know.
Yeah.
And so unless you have like lockers and what have you, it is good to have defined areas, so you could just feel as if you can go to the toilet without actually being raided.
Yeah, and fair play, I do find you quite a progressive bloke to have a handbag and a purse, Luke. But
I'm
you know, fair
more
play.
than comfortable with that, Stuart. And I've had my Amane bag now for quite a while.
Oh yeah, very progressive.
So you're laughing? I'm not laughing.
Oh man. No, I'm just laughing at the fact that you can afford Armani, that's all.
It's actually the Welsh knockoff version. It's Umuni.
Your wife was complaining, Luke, that you were looking at Fendi's the other day.
I was what, sorry?
Looking at Fendi's the other day.
Fendi.
Who?
Handbag make.
See, we haven't got a clue, so I'm wondering whether or not we should now translate.
You've just blown yourself well out.
What am I?
Almost like your skin is so silky, you're such a summer. Honestly.
So the long hair's a dead giveaway now, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Honestly, Rob, I think a lot more needs to come out. I think the first person that needs to come out is you, and we need to know the truth right here, right now.
Hello,
Are you a cross or furious dresser?
Furious dresser?
Cross.
Well, it's all right being cross, but, you know,
cross or just furious.
Livid about it.
Oh no!
Hello, my name is Rob, and I live with a handbag addict.
See, it's all coming out now. Look, we've only got 3 listeners anyway, so you might as well just come out.
Exactly.
No one really knows.
Yeah.
I mean, half of America will, but no one else knows. And it's never. I mean, how's that going to get back? It'll never ruin your teaching career.
No, it's true.
But however, of course, you know, what I'm now realising is you two probably have more to talk about with Elizabeth than I ever will have. I know nothing about handbags other than my wife owns them.
Well, you see, that never crossed our discussion.
No, but Nave's told us.
Yeah. But Nate told us it's a starter, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Well,
big
no,
laugh.
to really start.
Advantage of it.
Start the conversation with someone that you don't value, you know, with, that foundation?
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah.
Without getting the absolute bejesus kicked out of you.
You know, do you want me to give you a bit of a lesson on blending?
That's right. Really? With those heels? Oh.
It's basically the one way I always get my how to get my wife to change if we're going out somewhere. Are you wearing that?
Do you know what I said? The worst thing, because stringing this back to LARP now in a very vague attempt to keep it.
It's back to LARP and back to Goblins.
My wife sat there and said, "How do you think?" She got this kind of pirate wench kind of costume. She said, "How do you?" And I said, it's all right. She's fishing for a bloody compliment, wasn't she? And I missed all of the signs. Right.
Right. Okay.
She said, "How do I look?" And I went, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No.
The fighting was intense. I'm telling you that for nothing.
At the very minimum, you could have come up with, "We're going to have to hold Stewie back."
Well, I was going to go with, "Are you going as Blackbeard?" But then I thought, no, that's too close to home. Because it's just not on. You can't do that kind of one on anymore. It's fairly obvious now.
So there's kitchens that are in and out of character.
Right. So there is a good sized kitchen. Yeah. In a separate room a separate building to where you're sleeping.
Okay.
And in that same building, there's also sort of a dining area with a couple of large tables.
Yeah.
And a sort of a little snug area. It's all sort of open plan.
Can you give us a full rundown of what's in the room, Rob?
Yeah. How many chairs, tables?
How many chairs? Can you be precise? Because I don't reckon you were.
No. I couldn't pay that much attention because I accidentally set an hour on fire.
Okay, fine.
What kind of audit kind of thing is that?
It's not an audit, but the tables are large and plasticky. The snug is comfy.
Is this a snug?
It's just the corner of the dining area.
Oh, I see. Well, Goblin Combe has got quite a lot to answer for then, hasn't it?
It's just out of the corner of the dining area, and we can get snug. Right,
And it's always nice when the kitchen isn't in your living quarters, because there's nothing like frying food and someone trying to sleep right next to you.
I am trying to sleep while somebody is cooking bacon. Oh, God, no.
Yeah, it's impossible.
It's just awful.
Bacon will even wake up the dead, for Christ's sakes.
You really can.
And we know this from Dave. That's always worked in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he knows bacon now.
Yeah. Bacon.
So you found Goblin much comb my hair very, very very accessible, very well kind of equipped.
It is well equipped.
Basically,
it's fully accessible.
And was it where I said it was?
Just down from Bristol.
Oh, for fuck! Honestly, go through this on. Oh, Jesus, what is wrong with you? I even showed you where it was after your appalling attempt to trying to say, well, it's in the UK somewhere. In
the West Country.
Oh, for God's sake! Oh, that's it. Narrow it down.
Okay.
So, because it's quite a nice location around there, isn't it? Because I've been around.
No, it's a really beautiful location, and it is very, very nice.
Who's Gabe Newell? Anybody know?
No, not a clue.
Can't remember off the top of my head. What is that?
Cessan 1998 in the chat room says the guy on the right side is Gabe Newell, smiley face. Either it's an age thing.
We can't tell you who that is.
I've got a clue.
I'll Google him.
If only we had a bunch of interconnected computers that could tell us information.
Tell us anything we wanted to know.
Yes. Oh, that'll catch on. I'll call it.
He's a video game developer.
Is he?
The web. Is it? Who does he look like then?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, put it
like what?
Guys, Google Gabe Newell.
All right, that's it. We're gonna have to do this now.
Right, put it
got to stop
Rob,
until we find a Gabe Newell.
Put it this way, okay? Does he have hair or not? It's very simple.
He has short hair.
Then it's obviously you, because it's not going to be Luke, is it?
Okay.
Or am I the one on the right? No, I'm the one on the left corner of Twitch.
Which side do you want to call to Twitch, Stu?
Left-hand side as far as I can make.
He just looks like a chubby version of Robin Williams.
I mean, hell, that could be any one of us.
That's you. That's you, Rob. That is. Can you not see it?
No, I'm not even searching.
Okay. I'm not sure. He looks more. You're right, though. He looks more like Robin Williams than one of us.
Yeah.
But if you think I look like Gabe Winnie, and I look, and he designed games for Steam, which is cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
We'll take that.
We'll take that.
Yeah. We'll have that. We'll have all of that.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
There's one of him actually. If you go onto Google Gabe Mule on images, and it's got one of him as a god, and it's got like a picture of Jesus Christ or God, whichever one you care to believe, and then they've just pasted into it.
I got it. I see that. Yeah, it's funny. That's
pretty
good.
awesome, in fact, actually.
Fair enough.
And egotistical.
Okay, that's fine then. Anyway,
we can get back to this now.
Back to good.
Let's get back to Goblin Combe.
Yeah.
So you were asking me if it was accessible.
Yeah.
And the answer is very accessible.
Okay.
There's ramps going into all the buildings.
Yeah.
There's disabled toilets and showers on the ground floor.
Okay.
There's plenty of accommodation on the ground floor of the residential block.
Okay, yeah.
The other block is all on one floor as well, so there's no problems there.
Cool.
And in fact, we did have one of the players that was actually did have to use a wheelchair and had no problems getting in and out the buildings between things. So
sweet. Excellent.
It's fully accessible.
Excellent.
All right.
All right, cool.
And so you were crewing, were you?
I was crewing on that game, yeah.
Right, and it went well?
It did. It was a good game.
Right,
yeah.
Tick.
But when I say it went well, the players had a few problems grasping the plot, but they always do that.
Yeah.
You know, players have a plot when the plot is talking about cults trying to worship ancient gods, or looking at things like hunting down the players, and they're actually more concerned about actually making an aphrodisiac for a goat.
Well, you've got to get your priorities right, Rob.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on, mate.
I find that
when you're talking about, all LARPing, really, aphrodisiac for goat.
I don't know, it depends. If you'd been Wales, it probably would have been cheap, but
Well, you just got to put the word aphrodisiac in there. It's done.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I automatically kind of associate that. I'm pretty sure it's in the dictionary. Aphrodisiac, sea goat.
Yeah.
It's all there.
Goats. Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's all there. Is it the horns?
Well, they have the horn, obviously, afterwards. So,
Isn't the idea that you have the anyway?
Moving. So, scale of silliness then. I rate that one a 5.
No. So I was actually the game like that. I will say a couple of things about it. Yeah.
Go on.
Okay, the plot was good. It really made it had sort of three ways. The plot was going in 3 different directions, but all came together towards the end, which is great.
Yes.
The crew were fantastic. The crew were okay. I'm not going to talk about myself, but the rest of the crew were fantastic.
Aren't
really, really hard.
You mean you're not going to talk about yourself in the third person, Rob? I mean, come on.
Okay, I worked really hard and was awesome.
that Robert, fantastic.
Robert, he really worked hard.
Yeah. What else was it I wanted to say about the game itself? It really traditional British fantasy LARP with a lot of steampunk in it, which was nice.
Okay.
Good use of Nerf guns and bows and arrows.
Excellent.
This is a game where I started playing.
Luke isn't looking convinced. Luke isn't looking convinced.
Nerf guns.
Sorry, I must actually put my interested face on.
I get it.
Fucking hell. I was actually listening then. I'm sorry. I might as well actually. I'll turn off and go like this next time.
No, that's okay. That's too normal.
Was that your listening face? I don't see it very often.
Yeah.
We're not used to you listening to us.
No, at all, in fact.
Shut it, Davis.
Shut it.
Yeah, so this is where...
Which was really good. And I'm going to have to try Steampunk.
You are going to have to try Steampunk.
Because I've always only ever done the traditional, Dungeons and Dragons.
Careful now, we're going to get emails saying, "Oh, is that what you call traditional? Is it?" Oh,
really? But either from that kind of stereotype, of LARPing, I've only ever stuck with that.
Yeah.
But I have never ever. I am very unfocused actually, because I couldn't, and for some reason my mind cannot open itself to things like futuristic. I can just about cope with kind of 1920s style, but I suppose it's because I've never really done it. So kind of I'm fairly naive. I am a steampunk virgin.
We have to get Luke to be no longer be a steampunk virgin.
Yeah, I think that's definitely on the cards there for that one.
Yeah,
I have to blow my cherry at some event.
Put on a pair of goggles and get started.
Yeah,
and just dive in.
Strap in, boy.
Going in dry.
So Luke,
of silliness.
Okay, before you do that, Luke, a word of advice: go onto YouTube and search for Professor Elemental.
Why?
Because I think you'd like him. He's very funny, and there's a lot of steampunk going on in his stuff.
Yeah.
Oh right. Okay. Well, fair enough. Right.
Yeah. So add that to your to watch list.
My list. Yeah. Of things to do.
Yeah. But anyway, silliness.
Yes, scale of silliness and the Ministry of Silly Walks. No, right, okay, so this was from a Facebook conversation in the LARP organisers and crew. It was Michelle McNeil, I think, that started the whole thread.
Yeah,
if I remember rightly. Aaron Vanek and Connor how do you say that?
Connor is now sat there shouting at his screen.
Stupid Welsh idiots.
Okay, and the question was pondered at great length, actually.
Yeah.
Is there a scale that is used that differentiates solemn and serious LARPs from lighter, fun, just for entertainment games? Okay, that sort of thing that you'd use to quantify the differences between Schindler's List and Ant-Man. Yeah, one of them being obviously quite serious and dour, the other one quite a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Second World War.
I would, that's right. I would say, in my mind is, I think you pretty much know what the premise of the game's going to be about, probably from the title, when it's set, and etc. Yeah, if it's called Five Go Snarfing in the Woods, I don't know, I'm making up shit now, and the one is called Let's Kill All the Germans, then I think we can pretty much know which way we're going to go with that. Yeah. Although,
I kind of agree. I do agree with Stuart here. For the first time.
Although, forever. Although, of course, you can also say as well that if we look at this on the movie references and what have you, Iron Sky was about the Germans on the moon. So, and the title itself doesn't actually sort of tell you this is kind of an action-based, almost comedy, farcical look at what would happen if Germans actually did manage to land on the moon during World War II and stayed there until they were ready to come and take over the world.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you on this, Joe. I think that you're going to do your research anyway. Yeah. I think my biggest fear is if you start to scale, you'll have the purists who will sit there and go that only the serious is worth doing. And I think that, like you were saying, that there is and are events that go on that aren't designed to be that serious, and therefore the LARPing, I think LARPing is so much harder when you have to do it incorrectly, and there's that part of comedy involved in it, because that's a lot harder to do, believe it or not, than to be serious and to try and play a practical role. And I think we could get very hung up on the fact that you could scale it 1 very serious to 5, kind of wear your pants on your head, and actually really you could be fooled into thinking that the pants on your head number 5 is not worth going to because you'll never get anything done. It's nowhere near. You're never going to have a good time.
Yeah,
so I think that's very dangerous.
Right. I think the problem is, however, that you are looking at it from purely a very British point of view. Yeah. Now, if we have a look at some of the LARPs that are done, abroad, where there's some incredible social experiments and ones where they go the full hog into actual medical examinations.
That's right. I mean, if you're thinking, I think I know where you're going with this, Stu, because I remember looking at a documentary about LARP in Norway.
Yeah.
And they were covering a game that included people having to prove their worth to stay in society.
Yeah.
But not having to prove their worth included things like actual in-game waterboarding.
Yeah.
And prostate examinations.
Yeah.
That happened in game.
Yeah, no, seriously.
And sorry, mate, that was customs.
Man, they always get me.
Yeah. It's a lot.
I have to say, right.
I would like to know more about that before I started the game like that.
Well, I mean, but having said that, I mean that's pretty drastic. I mean, I know because we watched Treasure Trap, didn't we? And they were, the Swedish have this very thing. They go all in. They go all out for it. But I do think that by grading it, I think we're on dodgy ground. I mean, what you're saying there really is that people get a lot of very different things out of their LARP. And I think LARPing accommodates this. So to grade it really is a bit futile because if you haven't done your homework prior to going into that LARPing event, you're never going to enjoy it because you don't know what it is you're up against. You don't know the kind of theme. You don't know whether you're going to be up for it or not, whether your mind can cope with it. So I think really isn't the solution to this to just do your homework before you actually go to an event rather than trying to look at it and saying, well, that's a grade 4 and taking someone else's word for it.
Yeah, and not only that as well, I think if you're going to go along to something where there is going to be prostate exams and flogging and waterboarding and what have you, well, that sort of information should definitely be put up front.
You'd want to know, wouldn't you? Just lie on the table, Luke.
So I was saying then, the organizer should put up a lot of information first, and then you should look at it and make an informed decision.
Yeah, exactly. But
I'd want to know if I was going to be waterboarded. Well, you've suddenly going, is this really part of it? Oh, so you're going to actually waterboard me? I don't play anymore.
I mean, you'd have to have a safe word,
obviously.
I would sing like a frigging canary. They wouldn't even need to start on any of that.
Yeah, mate. It'd be like, all right, so you're gonna waterboard me, right? Fine. What do you want to know?
If you want to know, I'm prepared to tell you.
Let's just assume that has happened.
We're at the stage where you are asking me the question. I'm giving you everything. And I really mean everything you want to know.
I was the slight child.
It all started as Goonies territory, isn't it?
Oh God!
At the beginning, well, it all started when I was 3.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it is one of those things. To be honest with you, the sheer fact. Do you read? Do a bit of reading up, find out what's going to be on the game. Contact the organizer. Say, hi, is this a really serious game where you're going to waterboard people and what have you? Or is this a light-hearted family event? With waterboarding. Oh, no, we can't do that because your daughter would so be there. Duck him again.
She's awful at it. The tender age of 8, she'd be up for waterboarding. Fair play.
What's that?
Whether you were going to talk at all, really.
What's that, Daddy? I can't stay up late. Are you sure?
Duck him again. Come on,
Duck him. Boy. Duck him.
I mean, having said that, is that a question that we should actually have as a prerequisite? Do you waterboard?
Well, like I say, you would hope, and I am using the word hope here, that the organisers would at least put out a little bit of information, especially if it's going to be of a physical or psychological nature. I know we certainly have in the past with some of the horror games and what have you, that this, we will put out there that this is a psychological horror, where it might not be as physical, but we are going to screw with your mind.
Didn't that happen where, I won't mention the event, where someone actually got kidnapped and then they claimed that they had been interfered with? A man had kind of kidnapped a woman, and then all hell broke loose because loads of allegations. So is there not that kind of context as well to it? Yeah,
but I told you I won the court case, so it's all good.
Yeah, and you've got your compensation damages now. Terrible misunderstanding, but
yeah, I mean, I mean, this right? Okay, now we're coming into another sphere of this, right? In the sheer fact of, let's say we ran a game where we said that there could be the potential for physical or psychological abuse, etc. When we can't obviously tell you the scale of what we're going to do because we need your reactions. You know, as a sociology experiment or what have you, right?
Yeah, we need for the game to work, we need a real reaction.
A real reaction,
yeah.
Okay, and then, you know, you get a couple of, you know, lads that we know, type thing, and they go and actually bloody kidnap them, right? And then what's to say that they can't turn around and say, I didn't sign up for this? So...
Is this really necessary? Yeah, I mean, no, you're absolutely right, and I think that this is why. I mean, I think that scaling could actually lead you down the wrong path, because a scaling could also tell you that kind of thing is kind of, you know, almost as a prerequisite and possible. Yeah. Whereas actually, what they're trying to get at is that no, look, this is very serious. It's kind of like it's all about, you know, kind of ambassadors. It's very politically kind of minded. It's a, you know, it's a real mind game. And then, you know, you've also got the ones who would also class themselves as serious, who do the stuff that they do over in Sweden and abroad, but don't definitely do here. I've never heard of any kind of LARPing event with that kind of, you know, thing they do over there. But it is possible, isn't it? So we could fall ourselves into thinking, and that would be really hard to categorize them, because you'd have to have criteria for each number, and that could go from 1 to 50 almost. And I just think it would be a scheme or a criteria that would be very hard to gauge, incredibly hard to manage, very, very you know, kind of subjective,
especially especially with the scope of the diversity of the games and what have you, and don't forget, it's subjective as well. You know, I might think that waterboarding and prostate exams are fine, right? Yeah, for that, whatever. Yeah, but Luke, however, might go like, actually, I'm not so good with the waterboarding. No, prostate exam, okay. But, you know, not so much with the waterboarding.
Mr. Edwards, would you just like to bend over?
You know, and where Rob might go like, no to both, right? So where do you put the scale in it? You know?
Yeah. And what are you signing up to? Yeah, I think it's a good question, because I think it's one of those things that we should at least debate, if nothing else, because it probably hasn't been spoken about, because I think people do write it off pretty quickly. Whereas, you know, because it is obviously, it's just one of those things I don't say is impossible, but I think would be very, very hard to manage. And I think that you'd have to then get everyone who does LARPing events to actually sign up to it. Because then they would have to go, right, well, this is the criteria, this is what everyone's agreed to. Well, who's going to agree that? Who's going to manage it? Who's going to, you know, set the criteria and the standard? Exactly. And then how are you going to then manage how people, you know, kind of grade themselves? Is it something that someone's got to go to? I just think it would be too much, because an awful lot of LARPing, there is no accreditor, is there, for LARPing?
No, of course not. There's no body that's set up to say, you know, send your paperwork into us and we'll sanction it.
If you're LARP PG or
right to 15, yes,
R-rated, come on,
13 PG, bollocks. But it's just, it's definitely with this very, very interesting concept to want to talk about, because I think that it is, you know, it's something that is brewing up, and I think that maybe someone will try it at some point. They'll try and make it like some kind of official body or committee or group of, you know, a LARPing, you know, accreditor.
Because that's what
safety standards and everything else, you know.
That's what we need. Red tape, yay!
More red tape. No.
Well, I'm wondering, because I mean, really, when you think about it, when it comes to weapons,
there's already the red tape for that, but that is purely a safety, you know, health and safety type of thing. And you could probably argue that the content of the game as well should fall under that, especially if it's psychological, physical abuse of any kind.
Well, didn't they say over in Treasure Trapped as well that towards the end of that some of the events that they had to have psychological kind of discussions before and afterwards?
That was the one. That was the advertisement agency.
I've noticed a lot of the Nordic games are going to that idea of having a workshop before the game, to get people into the right mindset of how it's going to be played.
Yeah.
And also like a workshop or cool down after the game to get people out of it again.
To go back to the normal lives, yeah.
I actually kind of like that idea because, you know, if you just randomly walk into a game and you're used to play for group, say, A, which is the game plot is serious, but the players quite often pick the mickey and have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Or group B, where everybody, the game's content is about the same, but people are very staunchly, starchly serious. It'd be good if you're crossing over from two groups like that to understand how this game is going to run, so you don't offend people.
Yeah.
But also, if you're going into a game which is going to be sort of emotionally very tough, or you try to recreate a society which is different from your own, it's good to understand how that's going to work before you start.
And of course, if Rob, as you say, if it's starchly serious, we can always iron those problems out.
Oh, of course, always, yes. God, you so need to go do Steampunk.
Honestly, I still need to get out. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm locked in this room. I haven't been out for 3 weeks.
I
just locked the door.
I thought I could smell something.
Even on the video, you can see the flies kind of just going, nah, man, this is
buzzing. Buzzing, man. Buzzing.
I'm humming. So, scale of silliness then, I think...
Yeah, it's impossible to actually put. I mean, if somebody wants to come up with it, but it's so subjective. There's just no way of doing it.
I can't see how it would work, and I can't see how. But I don't think that's in a negative way. I'm just thinking that, like you said, Stu, you touched on the fact that, you know, all health and safety, and, you know, kind of, and bringing that kind of bureaucracy into it. I think actually, LARPing has enough of its own politics, which is outside and causes riots practically.
Yeah.
What you really don't want then is someone else interfering with that. Cause, you know, I think that could almost, you know, shut down loads of events because they just would never be able to agree on anything.
Yeah, and they haven't submitted the paperwork in on time.
That's right. Yeah, I can't imagine that would ever happen anyway. So great idea, but not too sure how that one would work.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I agree. So, silly idea. Let's not do it.
Okay.
On a scale of silliness, 10.
10. Yeah, on a scale of silliness from 1 to 10, 10.
11.
It's got to be 11, guys. It's got to be 11.
It's got to be 11. Always crank it up to 11. 11! Yeah. Okay, ducky. So let's have a little look then. We're going to be moving on to what now?
Plants and flowers.
Yeah.
Plants and flowers.
Okay. This is actually a game.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yes.
It's actually an event that's going on next weekend.
Yeah.
Jeff has got a problem with petunias.
With petunias. It's happening on the 24th of October. Is that correct, Robert?
That would be correct, yes.
Okay. At Allerthorpe Common. Where the hell is that?
It's can I say it's an Allerthorpe, or is it going to berate me?
Really, Rob, I don't expect anything from you now. I really don't.
Okay. This is a site of special scientific interest in the East Riding of Yorkshire.
Yeah. Oh, so Yorkshire.
Yeah.
It's not far from a town called Pocklington.
Oh, that makes it no better for me. Okay, so but Yorkshire is good. Yeah. It's a hell of a lot closer than, you know, the UK or the Southwest, which is where we started to
Goblin Combe. So this is a steampunk LARP. And for more information, and join us at the Steampunk Alpha site, which I'm sure there'll be a link to somewhere and what have you. Don't know a huge amount of information about this game, but however, if you actually, when we put up the show notes and what have you, you'll be able to click on the link. One of the costumes that has been created for the game by Mr. Corduroy is wow. It's it's cool as poo.
It'd be lovely to get one of them to come on and speak to them, because, like I say, I'd love to speak to them about steampunk anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put out a call then for some steampunk organisers. To have talk about it and how people grasp it who haven't grasped it yet.
Yeah, so
I haven't. I truly haven't.
Yeah, so there you go. A call out to any steampunk organisers. Get in touch with the show, larpbookshow@gmail.com, so we can educate Luke in the ways of the punk that is steam. All right. And we would love to have a chat with you and sort of educate Baldy.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't actually know the plot of this game. It's not well advertised or the context, so this could be sort of waterboarding with a robot. But
yeah, who knows? We can only hope.
So, Rob, that's too many mentions of waterboarding.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I know. The CIA are going to be.
What truly happens?
Again.
Well,
Goblin much comb my hair.
They're going to be getting a bit jealous of the amount of waterboarding what they were doing. To be honest,
yeah.
Actually, there was no waterboarding, but I did get shot in the face with an arrow.
Oh, that's nice. Is that what the big, huge thing on your forehead is?
No, that's something else. But I did get. That's where I got shot.
I'm sorry, Rob. That's a leading one. Where did you get that bad boy from then?
We don't actually know.
I tell you what, mate, that's a good night out when you don't know how you get something as big as that.
Yeah.
You start a headbutting competition or something.
I wasn't going to mention it, right? I'll tell you now, Rob. I wasn't going to mention it, but I knew Luke would. That's why I didn't.
You would.
Bloody right. That's huge. It's got the word rash written on it with a little kind of, iconic light on there shining through onto your head going, look at me, I'm huge, red and very sore.
Rob, give us a close-up, mate. Come on, let's have a look at it. Give us a close-up. Yeah, let's have a look.
Holy fuck. What did you do?
Did you like just head first through a freaking bush or something? What's going on?
It has got nothing to do with the fact that at the hotel I was in last week there were chandeliers held up by strong chains.
Oh my god!
Rob, what are you doing on chandeliers? And I don't know. Do I want to know?
Okay, basically now the only thing that I've got in my head is 50 Shades. That's what's happening right now.
50 Shades of chandeliers. That's what I'm getting.
I'll just let everybody know that's how my brain. That is just literally how my mind works.
Do you know what? I think the funniest thing about this is everyone who went to that event went, "I missed that." Did I miss that? All that sex? Did I really miss that? Because I'm pretty sure I was with Rob a lot of the time, and I missed that.
I missed that. Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, was I that drunk? I was a driver. So how did you do it then, Rob? Because I'm going to keep on questioning you until you bloody well give me an answer.
Well, he doesn't know.
Okay, I had a reaction to my last pair of glasses because this pair are fairly new I'm wearing now. And that caused me a really big rash earlier on.
That's just fucking boring. Can you come out with some better shit than that?
I mean,
just make it. Yeah.
You need to have headbutted something, some rash, some mystical thing needed to happen to you.
I'm actually in preparation for a Call of Cthulhu LARP in a couple of weeks' time, and I have to get used to the idea of alien parasites and rashes and nasty things.
Yeah, like that. Well done.
That's genius. That's gold right there, David. That's gold.
That is the method way, my friend. You go for it, man.
I mean, you're just a perfectionist, brother.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Stuff all this makeup lark. No, I'm gonna go fucking full on rash.
Real rashes.
I'm gonna rub my face in steam nails.
This is the metal method.
The metal. But anyway, the British steampunk community.
We kind of dealt with them, really, haven't we? We've put a call out to them, going.
Yeah, we have put a call out to them, but we are putting up a link as well directly to them on Bookface, and we'd actually like to get in touch with these people and what have you. Get in touch with us, so we can educate Lucimus, Pitimus, Maximus Aurelius.
Yep. That sounds good.
All right.
Yes.
That's good.
Cool.
But yes, I say I don't know anything about the game, but it does look. The costuming looks so cool.
Oh yeah, when you click on that link, Luke, have a look at that costume.
I
need to click.
Where's the action shop?
The 24th of October. This in the show notes, mate.
Yeah, page 2 of the show notes. Plants and flowers.
Is that the Facebook one?
Yeah, go to the first Facebook link. The one that starts with the number 5. Yeah, you're there.
Waiting for
is that the top picture?
Yeah, and if you scroll down a bit, you see a better view of it.
Oh my god, that's amazing! Awesome. Wow,
Isn't it cool?
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
What is it?
It looks like a robot steampunk thing going on.
It could be like a manned sort of spacesuit of some kind.
Could
what
be
I'm
a
loving is the British flag on the top of it.
That's awesome. Union Jack is just great.
Yeah, that
Welsh.
That was actually made, designed, and what have you by Mark Cordroy. So
just awesome. That is brilliant.
Who was incidentally the prop master extreme for was it the first 2 seasons of the new Doctor Who, Rob?
Definitely the first one. Not sure how long he was in there for, but it was a little while. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you could see that on Doctor Who, couldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, that is magnificent.
It's brilliant.
That is
fair play.
really good.
Right. So what is Gulag Part 1 then, Rob?
Okay. So Gulag Part 1 is between the 11th and 13th of December.
Yes.
And this is taking place near Wokingham.
Okay.
Okay.
See, in fact, Hook Wokingham.
Hook Wokingham.
There you go.
Yes.
Is that a bit more sort of more precise for you there, Lucas?
Well, I mean, it's better than the bloody Southwest or,
somewhere in the UK.
Yeah.
Actually, you could do a really good voiceover here now because they've got a really nice description of the game, which I think if you started reading it would be good.
Is that the one where it says December 2026?
That's the one. Go from December 2026 down. Stop when you're bored.
Okay, right, no problem. December 2026. Location: Eastern Bloc, in what was once Georgia. It's been over a decade since the beginning, and only 2 days since the Gulag fell to the others. So many lives lost in the fighting, and now the winter is starting to claim its own. You must find shelter and each other. Head towards the red light if you can find it. North is safe.
Red light.
North is safe, and the summer kills fast. But death is slow in the cold, and the quick and nimble can cheat it, they said. But they never thought about the others, and what the others would do to survive too.
Hold me.
Excellent. Excellent right there.
That sounds pretty good.
It sounds very good. I mean, it's a really good description there of the plot what's going on, and then they go about the rules. This is a survival app, but we have to just survive. But then it gives you a list of of some recommended viewing. So they're talking about Revolution, which just as a TV series I quite liked.
Yeah.
The Colony, which I'm not so familiar with, and also Metro, which I think is a film, isn't it?
Oh my God! Have you seen the rules of the Gulag? Okay.
The rules are good. You do these.
Okay, the rules are there. The rules are these, and they have no order. Every win, food and water, must be halved and shared. Never use white light at night. Never take from the living. All fuel is owned by the Gulag. Never end unless threatened. No loaded guns in the Gulag. All must vote a Gulag leader for 6 months. All ammo is owned by the Gulag. Do not touch anyone's skin without his or her permission.
Follow that court order I've got.
Yeah. Follow these rules and you will stay alive in the Gulag. Don't follow them and you will find yourself on the long walk.
Oh, you just need an insert of music now going. That is magnificent. That sounds really, really good.
It's fantastic. I mean, it really does. Sort of it's got my imagination going there. That's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, and it
What?
Okay. What do I need to bring? I'm sure the group will get filled with loads of ideas here, but basic camping kit is a good start. That's me out. No, it's it's winter for real. And we don't want guys actually dying. I suppose that's a good safety tip there. A full basic kit list will get posted up. You don't need the kitchen sink.
This is a survival game where you're camping in winter for real. That's just awesome.
Well, that's fine. I'm all right with that. I've got all that.
You've done
kit.
that.
I've done that.
I've got my tent and my log burner.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you don't know what. Oh my God, are we gonna go back to this? You have no idea what survival camping is, Luke.
Oh, I do.
What, it looks portable palace?
Are you kidding? I've gone without caviar. I mean, I won't say I'm partial or anything, but I nearly spilled my latte the last time someone said to me, would you like to go to a venue without showers? My God.
Oh, God. Okay, fair enough.
You just imagine everyone else starving to death and me coming out with my little cup of tea going, is there a Costa anywhere?
Yeah.
Costa, Gulag. Do they do coffee?
I say, is there Starbucks around?
I won't touch your skin. Very street.
Very street. Yeah, to be honest with you, that looks as though, it certainly sounds as though they've put a lot of thought, a lot of effort into this.
Yeah, I think so.
You have tagged yourself as you might go, Robert. Is that correct?
Well, I was really interested. Well, it was when they first announced this game a few months ago. They started putting some posts on Facebook describing it, and I sort of tagged an interest in it because I wanted to follow it. I don't really think my camping gear is good enough for winter camping, but I'm going to keep my eye on this one.
Just borrow logs. Just borrow Luke's log burner, mate. You'll be fine.
Actually, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Toasty.
It's got an ensuite garage, mezzanine level, jacuzzi.
Fucking
everything's
log
there.
burner.
Does it come with a toaster?
Honestly, do you know what, Edwards? In our new year, we're thinking of actually putting said tent in the garden, and we're going to stay in there for the night to allow you lot to have nice warm rooms while we have the log burner, and we think we're doing quite well.
Okay.
Honestly, it's going to be so nice and cushy in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be lovely and warm, and
Mate, I can sleep. I can sleep on the settee. I can sleep on the floor, mate. Don't bother me.
Oh, you are.
I can sleep standing up.
I want to tell you,
Watch.
We've got a new fridge as well, right? Yeah. Anyone who sleeps in this room, I've got a fridge that actually has got itself its own personality. And every once in a while, it's got these little noises that the gas make, and it sounds like a cow going. It's doing it again now. It's really off-putting when you try and do your work, let alone sleep in here.
Or actually, what you haven't sussed out is actually a fairly intelligent fridge, and it's just telling you you're running out of milk.
I'd never thought of it like that, and it is black and white as well. So
there you go.
I did what the others were for.
What's this udder under here? Yeah. Oh, fair enough. But yeah, Gulag Part 1, State of Mind, that does sound absolutely awesomely awesome. I wish you all the best of luck for that one.
That does
guys and gals, it does sound wicked. That sounds right up my street with the whole, how can I put it, the interplay of the government side of things, or at least the establishment, and the psychological part of it, and will you try to con, I've won food and water, have I really got to split it, that sort of thing. And all ammunition is owned by the Gulag. Oh really? So
well, that's just begging for problems, that isn't it, really?
Well, it is if someone like you or me go along. Bloody
I'll tell you, fair play, we'd be the first to be strip searched.
Yep.
And they'd find stuff as well. Those bullets. No, I've got those bullets.
No, they're old ones. They came with me.
Yeah, that's right. I've had those at my bottom now for quite a while.
Yeah, they're ready to go. Just got to wash them off.
Yeah. Sandwiches from your crotch, right? Who wants to share this then?
Yeah. I tell you what I did see the other day, and it would crack you up. I was looking at this guy had handed over a weapon, right? The let's call it the SA-80. That's not what it's called anymore. And the round that was going up the chamber had managed to flip itself, so the actual bullet was going the wrong way, right? Yeah, seriously, it can happen, right? It's difficult, but it can happen, right? And the bloke was just handing it over to the instructor, going like, I don't know what's wrong. It's like the working parts won't go forward, and you can just imagine the instructor going, really, try pushing it a bit harder. I'm sure it'll go.
Yeah, that's right. Do a good runner.
Yeah, give it a good whack. Oh,
if
fair play.
Give it a clout.
No, I tell you, crack me up.
Wow,
Love it. Love it.
Okay,
so is that about all, folks? Have we got anything else to talk about?
I think that is.
I just want to check my notes. I think that's about all we're planning to talk about today.
Wow,
yeah.
God. Keeping it under just about the... Well, no, hang on. One moment. There's the hour mark. There we go. Fine then. Excellent. Oh, we do have a new Patreon subscriber, Robert. Is that correct?
A new one? No.
Are you sure?
We haven't.
We haven't mentioned.
Check that. We did have one of the Patreon subscribers, Sank, who upgraded his patronage.
Ah, right. That's probably what I was thinking about then.
Yeah, we had.
Was that Mr. Lindsay?
That's right. Mr. Lindsay upgraded his patronage from $10.
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't need to tell anybody.
To trade. Anyway, he would upgrade, which means we're gonna have to send him a hoodie.
You're getting a hoodie.
He's not Sir Peter Lindsay now.
I
did be Lord Lindsay.
Duke. Let's do Duke. Duke and then Lord.
I think Duke, you've got to come in and pay our mortgages. But Lord Lindsay. Lord Lindsay, let's not push it.
Peer of the realm.
Peer of the realm, Lord Lindsay. So if you up your Patreon limit, we will give you a lordhood.
A what?
A lordage.
A lordage. Sorry, a lord what?
A lordhood.
Lordhood. Okay. I'm a lord. I'm a lord in the hood, man. You know what I mean?
Lord in the hood.
Innit?
In you.
Yeah. So Lord Lindsay, well done you.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Congratulations.
This week.
We'll get in contact, even though I think I know what size hoodie you're going to be, having met you in real life. And you's quite a big, and I'm looking up now, lad, tall, and actually more hair than Rob.
No, that's not possible.
No, seriously.
I think he has.
Oh yeah.
I think what we should do is actually measure it inch for inch. Ooh. We need an official ref's decision here.
Oh, the hair. Right, okay, fair enough.
Oh.
Yeah. What?
Oh.
Hey, I do that. That's fine. So apart from that then, we done?
Oh, done.
Yeah, okay. That seems fair enough to me. Okie dokie then. So, thank you all very much for watching this evening. Music was provided by bensound at bensound.com. You can, if you've even found this show remotely funny or even educational or slightly useful, and if you're getting value out of the show, pop over to patreon.com and look for LARPBook, and, even just $1 a month will help us out greatly to get new stuff and what have you, and perhaps manage to get some a toupee for Luke or something. You can reach us obviously by email a larpbookshow@gmail.com. Go over to the website larpbook.com, look at all the news reviews that we've put up on there. Facebook, obviously facebook.com/larpbook. We're on Twitter at LARPBook. I'm not sure if any of us have actually checked that. I know our monkey has been checking it, so that's fine. And to get these shows, there's an RSS feed available up on larpbook.podbean.com. So if you're not using something like iTunes or what have you, just grab the RSS feed, chuck it into your favorite podcasting application, and listen to the shows that way. Every time it goes up, it'll come straight to your device, and it's all rock and roll from there. Don't forget to give us a 5-star review on iTunes and leave a comment as well. That'll help us out greatly in the coming months, when they actually sort of go, look at these guys, they're cool and awesome, and and two of them have goatees. Oh yeah, by the way, I think we got a result on whether or not Rob should actually get a goatee, and I think the answer was yes.
Yes, you need.
Yeah. Oh, you had the vote.
Yeah. Now he looks like Amish now, Rob.
So anyway, I'll cue the music back up again. So, because that went on a bit longer. So, thanks a lot everyone for watching. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Rob.
No. Thank you.
And we shall catch you all on the flip side. Bye, all.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
And we're out. Yay!
Turn my phone back on now.
Right, and I shall kill off the Twitch feed. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and we'll catch you again. Bye!
Bye!